Man, you watch this entire video, this will be a 20-minute job. But if you don't, you might wind up like me, and it'll be an hour and a half, maybe 2-hour job. But I would say it came out pretty good. Especially getting stuff from Home Depot came out real nice. Alright, how you guys doing? So today I'm going to try to install this oil catch can that I got from Amazon. It's a no name brand. Came out of this box here. Doesn't have any name, it's just a black box. And the filter here came in this box. So when I got the catch can, I realized it didn't have some of the stuff that I needed. And because I want to go to a cruise, I'm going on a cruise, a car cruise, Krispy Kreme car cruise. I want to see if I can get this thing installed. So I went to Home Depot and I got some stuff, pieced it together with some auto parts hosing. So let me start with what I have. So this piece here is a cap, because I'm only attaching one outlet from the valve cover. Mine's is not the traditional way. I'm using the existing ventilation on the valve cover, and it only has one line plus the PVC valve. So I'm going to be running a hose here with a clamp, and this hose size is just, it should be a 7/16 hose. I have two clamps here, and I'll well, you can probably see I have a bigger hose, and I fed it into inside. I inserted this in here. So the bigger hose that I have going over, I got it from Home Depot here. This is it here, and it fits right over here. And I'll pull it apart and show you guys. And the cap that I got it from the plumbing section in Home Depot. And actually I wanted one that was a little bit deeper. They have two different kinds. I wanted one that was a little bit longer, so I could get more threads on this cap here, because you can see this here is just literally like one turn, and that's it. They had a deeper cap, but I'm gonna put some thread tape on the threads, put the cap on, and all right. So I just have some flex tape that I put around here to build it up so it could fit in here and clamp. Because if you just use, like, I have a additional 7/16 hose here, when you just put this inside of here, there's a big gap in there. It's a pretty nice decent gap inside of there. So what the flex seal does is it fills that gap. And two clamps, and this hose here, it fits perfect over this. You got to push it down, then you put the clamp on. So I just cut maybe an inch, a little bit more than an inch of the hose, put two clamps on it. I'm gonna feed it on here, and one clamp is to tighten down on this end, then the other clamp is to, when I put it in there, tighten it down. And this particular oil catch can has a oil drainage on there, and it came with the filter. That's it. Came with a filter and the can. So got the cap from Home Depot, this piece of pipe, and I cut off what I needed, cap, which I need to put some thread tape. I have a self-tapping screw that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use an pre-existing hole that I have, and then just use my drill to drill one more hole. Use some WD-40 as I'm drilling it. Then I'm gonna be using some Rust Devour on a paintbrush to kind of put over the hole when I drill it, just to make sure all is well. Pipe wrench to tighten this up. I'm gonna put the thread tape on it, and more than likely I'm gonna put some zip ties. No Hondas complete without zip ties. I got my drill, WD-40 gloves, drill bit, some stop rust, because you don't want to have to pay for it down the road when your frame is all rusted out. And yeah, just had a box cutter to cut the holes to what I needed. And if you don't want to use a screwdriver to tighten the clamps, you can use an 8mm, or that's the size of my the clamps on here anyways. So the most expensive thing was this was 4-foot hose, because I wanted to run from the valve cover to where I'm locating, wherever I want to locate the catch can. I didn't want the hose length to determine where I was going to put the catch can. And if I would have ordered the hoses off Amazon that came with that, then I would be restricted to only run the catch can probably where the battery is located. And yeah, I don't want to relocate my battery, so, or not right now. So with this is going to allow me to locate it right where the air intake comes in. See, I don't have an air intake box anymore. I think I can squeeze it in right there. So I'm gonna get everything outside and come back once I start putting get ready to put it on the car. Right now I'm gonna take this cap off, put some thread tape on it, and lock it in, so that's out the way. Biting. Should have got the deeper one. Oh. Then I'm just gonna have to keep it hand tight, because I should have got the deeper one. They have one that's a lot deeper. When I put the wrench on here, I might wind up getting that if this doesn't hold, if this falls off. But it's the same 5/8. It's just the cap is a lot deeper than this one. But I'm pretty cool with that for right now. Alright, y'all, so I have a pre-existing hole. I don't know how good you can see it, but I'm gonna try and remove this real quick. And this is just to hold the intake from swinging around. So take. All right, so now that I got the hole out, now that I got the bolt out, just gonna throw the catch can in. And all right. So it just has the one bolt right here. For right now, I still got to put this bracket back in. I might have to get a longer bolt to put in there to accommodate both the catch can and the bracket. But I'm gonna have mine sitting on an angle, because this radiator hose, it's not touching. But if I put it down straight, if I put down the catch can straight, like level, like on a level, it's gonna, the the cap is gonna rub on the hose, and I don't want that. I want everything to kind of work. Don't want to put it over here. I don't want to replace my battery, not yet anyways, and all along here is quite crowded, so this works perfect. So all I gotta do now is get the drill bit and start drilling this hole. Make sure you do it drill the hole straight so the bolt can go in there straight. And I'm gonna drill it, get the self-tapping screw in there, then put some rust, what was that, the rust stopper, rust oxide, I don't remember what it was, rust something. But the main thing is get this catch can mounted, and this is the where I'm going to be running it from. You can see all the oil that comes up out of this thing, and it's just coming down. It's all on my motor, all down there on the motor, and I can't tell if I have an oil leak or oil blow by. So get this catch can, which is quite easy to mount. Alright, so I'm starting with a pretty small drill bit. I can always go up a size. You know, you drill the hole out too big, then kind of putting yourself in a bind. Try to see if I can get this drill bit down in here. That's gonna be the trick. So, try to get this water hose out of the way. Baby say yeah. There you go. Trick is to try to get this damn thing straight. Oh, keeping down. Stay still, man. Stay still, stay still. I got the hole already. Yeah, I got it already started, so. That's cool. Now I can take the catch can out and get to it. Alright, got the catch can out the way. Just needed it to mark the hole. Alright. Got a nice little thing going now. Hit it with a little WD-40. Keep it nice and loose. Sorry, my hand is in the way, y'all. My hand is in the way. Starting to come along though. So I got the self-tapping screw, and then I got a 10mm. I would love to use this 10mm, but I want to hopefully save it to use it over here in this side, so that way I can accommodate the catch can and the, what's the name, but see, gotta just work the drill bit around a little bit more. I'm gonna need to go up one size on a drill bit, but that's cool. At least I got room to work with. All right, so I went up one extra size. It's not the black bit, but I already got the hole started, so everything else. That thing stuck in here. All right, 1, 2. That. So that self-tapper catches. And now, try to screw this in with this 8mm. There you go. So I'm gonna try to screw this in with this 8mm. All right. So I get the thread going. This thing nice and threaded with this self-tapping screw. Feels stern, man. Feels stern. Yeah, thing is in there. I definitely can't turn it with my hand. Can I? Nope. So. All right, so I'm gonna hit this with some brake clean. Just clean it off. So the last drill bit I used, can't pick it up right on camera, but it is, let me see, the bit size is a 532 drill bit, and it got that hole just perfectly right for that self-tapping 8mm head screw. I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun. Heat gun is your best friend, y'all, when it's cold out. Your best friend. Especially when you kind of in a time crunch, I guess. I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun here. Rust protector on there. So I don't need a whole lot. I'm literally just using what's in the cap. And kind of try to get it as far down in the hole. Try to get this thing. I don't want it painted on there. I want it in the hole so it doesn't start rusting. I'm gonna put some on this one too. Gotta do something about this wire. And be done today. Hit it with some spray, just some black spray. Don't worry about it, there ain't no shoe car. Hit it with the heat gun again. Up there, the catch can. Alright, y'all, I'm ready to put the catch can in now. I got this big fat washer that I got on the self-tapping screw. So, damn it. Put this in here. but just want to catch it enough. Definitely don't want to tighten it all the way. Just catch it enough to see. There you go. There you go. So now I gotta tighten them up because these holes aren't perfectly straight. So I'm gonna do the 10mm first. I'm gonna tighten up the 10mm first. Then I'm gonna tighten that one up because it's still not perfectly straight. Alright, so 10mm. There you go. Damn, man. Butterfingers today. Alright, so that's tight in there. Now with the 8mm. This is why I wanted to make sure that this self-tapping screw was threaded in nice and tight. So that way, when it got some tension on it, like it does now, so this big fatty washer, it's kind of blocking it a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of like not sitting completely flush, but I wanted this washer on there so the screw doesn't go all the way through. And that's on there. Yeah, that's on there. Alright, so let me just get the hose brought over, sit on there. Like I said, it's not touching, it's not rubbing, it's nice and tight. When I want to drain it, I can drain it from the bottom with the drain plug underneath. Make sure this thing is tight. And I have enough room to get the hoses on there. Probably gonna have to wind up getting a bigger one of these if that doesn't hold up. Everything is bolted nice and tight. Bracket is in tight. This is in tight. I'm gonna run this first, then I'm gonna put the filter on last. I'm gonna run it on to up here. Alright, so what you wanna do is you wanna route this line, right? And what I'm gonna do is, I already routed it yesterday, so I kinda have an idea how I want it to be. So I wanted to stay close to the coolant line. Hold it up. And take this off. Put this one on here. Now to loosen that clamp up and tighten it. But I think I want it over the top. actually want it right in between. Right there. Right sandwiched. Right between the coolant, the two coolant line, the big one and the small one. Right. And set that off to the side. This on here. Okay. I might have to cut this end. Might have to cut it up here because I already got the flex tape up here. So I might have to pull this. And I want to get this thing I'll let y'all know how I run it. Alright, y'all. Definitely a little bit tighter fit than I thought. Resting on the starter a little bit, but I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. Angle is a lot tighter than I thought it would be. But yeah, it is what it is. So I have it routed over the line here, and what I'm gonna do is I have an extra one of these. That's what ties this together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one this on here, bring it around, get it caught on here. I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna zip tie it somewhere. I think I'm gonna zip tie it to probably these lines here, and have it coming up. So I'm gonna zip tie it up, bracket it up first. Oh God. Ooh. Yeah, get it all tied in. Probably need to run this on a better angle. Might have to take it off and flip it around and get it all cut. Filter on. Alright, yo, so this got it ran up here. Got the little plastic bracket on there. Then it goes up on here where it's zip tied onto the engine harness. Comes up, goes around, connects on here. Now I'll just trim these. I'm gonna have a mean angle on it, but I want this thing hanging off. That. Trim that up a little bit more, and I'm gonna trim this one. That like so. Still gotta trim this up a little bit more, but all right, now trying to put this little filter on. I'm gonna turn the thread part that way so I can get the screwdriver in there. So I'm gonna just sit it over like so. Get that in there. Get the screwdriver. in here. Need a shorter Phillips. Alright, so I had to get an angle on this thing. Alright. That ain't going nowhere. Pull up on it. Yeah, that's on there. Make sure this thing don't fall off. Put one more turn on it. Oh. Push and turn. There you go. Alright. So this is how it came out. Just looks like it belongs there. And like I said, I didn't have to remove anything. You know, use some of the OEM Honda stuff. Bracketed it in there. It's not rubbing on any lines. And I feel as though at least the starting point of it, it's got a good route to travel. And then the rest of it, the pressure will just push it down. So definitely, if you watch this video from beginning till end, this will be a half-an-hour job. But if you don't want to watch the whole thing, this might take you as long as I did. But you know, you can go and get the fittings for it, the cap, the self-tapping screw. You know, a little washer on there. I might wind up changing that washer. I don't know. It's on there nice and tight, man. It's on there, like it's bolted on. The hose doesn't really matter if it's fuel hose or water hose or whatever it is. It's just used oil going through. You just want to make sure it's made. You don't get the Home Depot hose because it might not be able to handle the temperature, the heat that builds up in here. So you might want to get like a automotive hose that's able to handle the heat of the engine bay. And just comes around, and it's good. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is the shiniest thing I got in here. Even the radiator is beat up. This thing is like, I gotta scuff that up, mess it up a little bit for it to look nice. One love. Stay up, stay blessed, stay strong.